What's going on, guys? Today's video is very important to me, and I've been thinking about this for a long time. And one of my favorite things is to maybe motivate you guys to change for the better, just like I believe you all have helped me change for the better over the years that you've been watching my content. Understanding where you are now and understanding where you've been is one of the easiest indicators to know where you need to go and where you're currently going. Whether that be your salary, whether that be how much weight you're lifting, whether that be what you're eating for your diet, whether that be the friends you choose to be around, you can tell where you are going. If you are making as much money as you were making last year, and that isn't enough to fuel your life, if you're not content, if you're not at the mountaintop, you should be thinking where you need to go, what you need to do in order to not stagnate, in order to be successful in this world. It's a lot easier said than done, but being in that mindset is how you will grow. Over the span of your all's life, you're gonna have to have one quality that is gonna greatly benefit you more than anything else. And that is being able to tell yourself the uncomfortable truths that your subconscious might be fighting. The ability to have an open, honest conversation with yourself is so important. A lot of people like to blame their own shortcomings and their own problems on somebody else because they can't have a truthful conversation with themselves. Let's say you and a friend stop talking. What's a person's natural instinct to do? Well, they were awful anyways. They were terrible. I was perfect in every single way. If that sounds like you, one, damn, you got unlucky, which is possible. Or two, you don't have the ability to self-reflect and tell yourself where you fucked up when potentially you did. I want you to look over all of your past friendships, all of your past relationships. Think about all the people you've ever lost. Was it really them every single time? It's kind of like that red flag when you talk about that girl and they say, all of my exes were toxic. I don't know about that one. The odds of that are just so unlikely. And it's either one, you got ridiculously unlucky, didn't happen. Two, you're a liar. Or three, man, you're just retarded and you don't know how to pick them. By the way, and let me tell all my boys out there, when you go into a new relationship, you need to make sure that you don't say that all of your exes were terrible. And let me tell you why that is. Because if the person that you're now going to date realizes the bar is that low for how they have to act and you will accept them because they know you've only been treated like shit in the past, they're not even gonna have to fucking try. So make sure you keep that bar high, Kings, to make sure that the person that you're dating next realizes, well, shit, I guess I better perform. Ah, man, all my exes were great. Gee, I mean, they'd cook, they'd clean, they do this, they do that. So better get to work, get to working, buddy. Rather than, oh yeah, I used to wake up every day to 4 daily beatings. Oh, okay, great. So I can just sit on my ass all day, and as long as I cook them maybe an egg or two, we'll be fine. Yeah, keep that bar high, Kings. Okay, guys and gals. I think like 12% women watch my channel. I don't know why. Maybe it's my pure sexual energy. It's probably that. Anyways, one of the reasons why I watch this video is because I was watching a lot of my peers. I'm not going to say which peers these are, but the peers who I have seen that have grown and the peers that I have seen that have stagnated. Same content, same jokes, same delivery, and their channels are going down, 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 and they think, I don't know why this is happening. It worked 4 years ago. Why isn't it working now? Because the whole world is growing and you're not. That's pretty much it. You got comfortable. You thought this was good enough, and now you're fucked. Because what worked all the way back then, you're still doing. You're not adapting. You're not overcoming. You're not flourishing. I'm going to give you an example. And I don't think he'll mind me talking about this. This person you all don't know. I have a friend who's in a job right now making $52,000, but he understands it's a dead-end job. He's soon going to be taking a job that's going to be paying $39,000, which is lower. That doesn't sound very good. Why is he doing that? Well, because his current job treats him like fucking shit. There's no way to work up any higher. The bosses are idiots. And this new job is 1/3 of the workload, maybe even lower. Everybody in the job is kind to him and respects him. And within 4 months, he'll match his previous pay. And in 2-3 years, he'll be doubling his salary. Kind of a no-brainer. Sure, short term, it might suck. It might be a little bit hard, but fighting for a present and fighting for a future that will not be sustainable because it's a little bit more comfortable right now, well, you're just an idiot. You're just a loser if you think this way. And just because it might be a little bit more comfortable for a couple more months, maybe even a couple years, if it's not gonna get you to be sustainable for the rest of your life, it's not worth being at. One of the things that a lot of people struggle to understand how to grow, how to flourish, is who you surround yourself with. Now, I haven't talked about this at all. I haven't. And to anybody who might be reaching out to me and to anybody who might not be getting an answer back from me, just know that I myself, I cut off like everybody, like 99.9% of people. I think there's 2 people that maybe I have not cut off. And the reason for that is that I really needed to change. I really needed to grow. I really needed to get better. And 1, I didn't want anybody to see how I was. And 2, I didn't want to get comfortable with a lot of the people who make me feel like I was okay with who I am, because I was not okay with who I am. I felt like I was stupid. I felt like I was retarded. I'm just gonna be straight up. And I really needed to grow. And over the past 4 to 5 to 6 months, it's almost been half a year, I have done so much studying. I have done so much training. I have done so much self-reflecting because the world made me so angry. And I could have sat there and been angry about it, or I could have done something about it. And I've now done something about it. I feel like I'm a lot more of my own person now. And I feel very good about that. But if I chose the comfy route to be there with all of the people who offered to comfort me in a darker time of my life, I don't believe I would have grown that much. And I look forward to reconnecting with all of those people. And by the way, if you ever shot me a DM, if you ever offered to hang out, if you ever said any words of support ever, I do remember that. I do. And I look forward to reconnecting very soon. And it's no hard feelings whatsoever. I love y'all so much. And you guys know, if you're my friend, you know that we're fucking friends, right? I'll be back in a little bit more, but I just had a lot of growing to do, and I did not want to slow that down at all, because there's a man who I want to be, and I really wanted to laser in and be that person, but I didn't want to get comfortable. I had another friend, still have this other friend, but there was a period of his life that I wanted to challenge him on. And he was always wondering why. And I really think you're probably gonna know who you are if you're watching this. And I know you watch my videos. There's a person in this life that I love so fucking much. I do. I love this guy so fucking much. But this guy was a complete fucking loser. And he knows he was a complete fucking loser. And there was a conversation where he finally realized that he was a fucking loser. And I said, well, to be honest, it's partially your fault, but not really. This is a huge summarization. But this guy would surround himself in the most comfortable way possible, hanging out on Discord with other unemployed motherfuckers who said, oh yeah, don't worry. I don't work a job either. I make no money either. It's fine. Let's play League of Legends all fucking day. When you surround yourself with people who do not challenge you, when you surround yourself with people who reinforce your negative habits, you are fucking up your life. You are fucking up your life. Listen, I love going into Discord and talking to all these kind people who are just chill. They're there all day. But you got to realize that if someone's on Discord all fucking day, they're most likely a fucking loser. Didn't mean to touch you. There was a phone notification. Please don't sue me. It said 20% battery left because I'm one of those dickheads who never charges their phone properly. Anyways, you need to be very critical of the people who you surround yourself with. The people who you surround yourself with should be people where you want to be like them. You want to be where they're at. Raise your standards for the people that you have in your life and aim to grow as a person, to have friends like those people you want to be like. Because you will be the people you surround yourself with the most. And if you can't have that, then remove everybody from your life and focus on yourself until you are that version of that person you need to be so you can go where you want to go. You have one life. You have one. And you can spend it all day mindlessly grinding out League of Legends, or you can log off Discord, grind, get a real job, get in the gym, look good, find someone you want to spend the rest of your life with, maybe have a kid. And I think that's a beautiful life. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. And there's probably a lot of people who want to get mad at me saying that. I don't really think anybody who spends the first 30 years, 40 years of their life only playing video games is going to be happy with the person they see in the mirror. I don't. I think it's a great thing to do to pass some time, but I don't think it's a good thing to do to pass all of your time. And I would feel like a horrible streamer. Hey, Baldy, you haven't gone live in half a year. Whatever. I would feel horrible as a content creator to not at least tell you guys the uncomfortable truths, even if it could alienate you guys from my audience. Because you may not believe this, but I do genuinely want the best for everybody who watches my videos. I really do. I genuinely fucking do. Like the vitamins you put in your body, like the liquids that you drink, like the friends you have around you, be more careful of who you surround yourself with, because comfortability is a horrible thing to have when you're not where you need to be. It's not. Because when you get comfortable, that's when you stop trying. When you get comfortable, that's when you say, this is good enough. And the majority of times it's not. So please, make sure you're on a path to success. You're on a path of bettering yourself, bettering the people around you, and going to where when the curtain is closing, when everything is said and done, and we all breathe our last breath, you can look back and you can say, I'm happy with the choices I made. I'm happy with where I ended up, and I'm happy with the memories I made in this life. And I mean this genuinely. When you're 70 years old, I really don't think your final thoughts are going to be like, man, that one time I got that pentakill in League of Legends was epic. Or do you remember that one time I won the 50-50 and I got an anime girl for only $250 instead of $600? I don't really think you're going to think too much about that. Yeah. I know it might seem old, but I've been doing a lot of reconnecting with nature. And don't get me wrong, I love video games. I love video games. I've played so many great games that I think are gonna stay with me for a very long time. Some of which I even got fucking tattooed on my fucking body. Anyways, I fucking love Dark Souls. But I played Dark Souls for maybe 120 hours. I look back at my World of Warcraft playtime, a game that I fucking hate now, although I might try Midnight because maybe it's good now. I had 2 years playtime on one character. And it's a game that has not affected me whatsoever. That's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. Just really find what's important to you and really try to have that uncomfortable talk with yourself to really think, am I doing this because I just don't know what else to do? Or am I doing this because I do think it's what's best for me? I don't know. I just really wanted to put this all out there and maybe hopefully help somebody out there kind of get back on the right track and realize what you can do to do that. So TLDR, TLDW on the video. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're on the right track. Be careful of who you surround yourself with. And really, more than anything, be truthful with yourself and grow from your flaws rather than making excuses for your flaws. Really appreciate you guys. And let's all change for the better. This is a new year. Try to be the best version of ourselves that we possibly can. And read a book, drink water, go to the gym. Bye-bye, guys.